We, of course, have more storminess ahead as we get closer to this afternoon and evening. And our biggest hazard as we head through this afternoon is going to be the flood risk, because in some cases we could see some heavy to torrential rain that could cause that flash flooding or that rapid rise in water. We also have the risk of some high wind that could lead to some power outages, some frequent thunder and lightning. So a pretty active afternoon for many of us is expected. It all starts, though, with the heat and humidity before the storms work in. We're foggy and hazy this morning, then turning hot and humid, where it'll be feeling like 95 to 100 degrees throughout the interior. Not a ton of relief at the coastline since we're struggling with that fog and cloudiness early on. Still incredibly humid for everyone, no matter where you are. Eventually, though, those scattered strong storms develop after 2 or 3 o'clock and through the evening hours. On and off strong storms, that flood risk, that heavy rain, and the thunder and lightning all expected. Because we are so humid this morning, we of course struggle with some of that fog and cloudiness through about 9 or 10 o'clock this morning, but then many of us break into some sunshine, which really helps to boost up our temperatures, especially throughout the interior, nearing that 90-degree mark with 80s at the coastline. Now, could we see a stray shower before 2 o'clock? Yes, we could, but it's not going to be kind of the worst of this system. So definitely tracking the isolated risk of a shower or thunderstorm after 1 or 2 o'clock. But look, as we get closer to 4, 5, and 6 o'clock, we have a strong line of showers and thunderstorms, so giving us that briefly low visibility with heavy to torrential rain, thunder, lightning, and these gusty winds taking those temperatures down as it crosses. And after we get past about sundown, we start to see all this activity wrap up. But we do have some lingering showers as we head into tomorrow. There's still a stalled out boundary off to our south. While tomorrow we see more sunshine and just generally drier skies, we still have the risk of a few of those pop-up showers as we head towards the afternoon. Now, you notice tomorrow a lot cooler compared to today's 90-degree temperatures, more low 80s, but it's still feeling pretty uncomfortable with that high humidity. Breaks of sunshine and an isolated storm risk as we head towards the afternoon. And like I mentioned, that humidity is still pretty uncomfortable tomorrow. Even though that front passes, it's just our temperatures that are lower all the way through even Thursday, Friday, the weekend. We are tropical feeling, so that humidity is staying elevated. Now, our best risk of rain after the storm chance today is going to be some steady on and off rain throughout the day on Thursday as a frontal system sits just off to our south, but we do dry out as we get closer to the weekend. Low to mid 80s are ahead. Friday, brightening skies, especially into the afternoon. Again, still pretty sticky. Summer-like stickiness, of course. We're used to it. Heading into the lower to mid 80s for both weekend days, which is near seasonable. But just keep in mind, today is the most active day of the work week with that weather alert in place.